Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Right, Eddie! Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things that I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 33-yard line.
Mike 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Strong.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, exit.
Fitzpatrick now. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23.
That's good for Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Right there, Lee.
Man. Tight right. Three down.
On first down, Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
First down, Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
40's Mike.
That's what I do.
40's the mark. Smooth. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Check your hot read.
Regular.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Under 10.
Running, it's Drake. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Willie Snead all alone. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. 75 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A gain of 9 brings up
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
The moot point there is they were able to connect. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check. 40's the mic. 40's the mic. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check. Left. Crunch.
Reddick with a carry. Room here to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we'll be back. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, check it. Hey, 5-0.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there, Harry. Shit.
They'll run on first down. Drake. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Let's get that ball. Watch twins. Hey. 40, check. He's coming.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On second down now. It's Drake, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Mike's 40. Here we go.
On first and 10, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
4 down.
Mike
To throw, Fitzpatrick. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that takes us from second to third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Fitzpatrick. He'll set up the screen to Drake. Well, he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On first down, Drake. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first and goal, Drake. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Fitzpatrick. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Allen Hurns there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib, there to stop him.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here I come. Here I come.
On the counter, Ingram. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go. Hey, hold on. Choose the mic. Let's go, D.
Jackson on first down. It's caught, and there's the first NFL catch for Marquise Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, color.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run with Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Check.
Right, 80!
40's the mic. 40's the mic. Tackles.
Hey, 5-0.
Check my 40.
You ain't got nothing.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Yeah, 20!
Switch the mic right here. We go mic 40.
Left.
Check hot route.
Go!
Hey, mic 40. All you get is a headache.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Cyrus Jones back to return for the Ravens. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A gain of 6 there on first.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run the counter. It's Ingram. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. Of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens over the Dolphins in October of that year. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
First and 10, it's Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Coming in to sack him, Dominique Easley. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it, when you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Right side complete. That's Woods. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Oh, hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Watch the pass.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick over the middle, complete. It's Woods. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Drake. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will get the lead up to 14. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Now Jackson. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And he missed it. It's no good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
Excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1%. Coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Right back to Drake. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Regular.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Jim.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check 52.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans, but then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. Here's Jackson. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 27 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 27 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Safe.
P.
Check.
From kill.
Presto.
Here's Fitzpatrick. It's caught right side. It turns. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot. Switch.
34. Greystone, travel.
From the gun, it's Drake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you get in shape.
Here we go.
Throwing on second down. Fitzpatrick. On the left side, this is Stills. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Second turn, defense. Let's go.
Wait.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go next. 18 data. He's heavy on the edges.
On 3rd down, Jackson brought in left side by Snead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And a Raven first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
They toss to Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's 2nd down. Jackson, options out left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
That was a good, strong run for a 1st down, and they are just dominating right now on this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
Now Jackson on 1st down. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score, Ravens 34, Dolphins 27.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Move. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Check 13. Check Dylan.
Check 15.
Protein spill.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
White 80!
I got you.
Now a second down throw for Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw on 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent gain, 35 yards. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Fitzpatrick. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fitzpatrick will sneak it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with now 3 week one touchdowns as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Sanders now to add the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, 75 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score, Ravens 41, Dolphins 34.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Fitzpatrick. And he slings one that's incomplete. Kenny Stills the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Gotta do better.
Kill!
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Let's go. Hey!
Here's Fitzpatrick.
I'm coming for you.
Right side complete. That's Woods. 23 yards, the final tally. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Let's go.
Now a handoff for Drake. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Mike 40. Mike 80.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
At the 23-yard line.
Check tight.
Hey, color.
Check tight.
Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check it left.
They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Ingram. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 30-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And again, it's Ingram. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. That's a bad miss. No good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Play 20!
That's trash. That's trash. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it.
Strong.
Kill, turn up. Shoot. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
61. Matchbox lights.
On the give, this is Drake. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
Play 20!
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Gonna go 5-0 here? Regular.
Now the first throw in overtime for Fitzpatrick. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
On first down, Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Balaj. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Check. Wait, Ernie!
Here we go, here we go.
Hey, right, Roger.
Three down.
Wait, yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Wait,
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 without the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the Ravens' 4-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. They stay on the ground with Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Mike, wait, Ernie!
He's coming.
Cut! Regular.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. All right, here we go. The field goal unit staying on the sideline here in OT. They're going for it on fourth.
Watch block, motion, block.
Fitzpatrick to throw for it on fourth down. And this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Second down, Ingram. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Oh, you got Jim? Kill.
On first down, it's Ingram. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Sponge. No.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it.
Mike 40. Now watch one.
Bravo.
40. Kill. 40's the Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
General West. Deuce.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do.
Left. 40's the Mike. Squeeze.
Hey, seam 6.
40's the Mike. Watch the curl.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to loft one. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return will stop right around the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Get off the field, defense.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
All day, defense, all day.
Here's Jackson to throw again. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And with that, we sign off from Miami.